We bought the farm for the quiet. 40 acres, a crooked farmhouse, and a far field where the previous owner had left a single scarecrow on a tall cross of gray wood. My wife wanted to take it down. The old man who sold us the place gripped my arm at the closing and said, "Whatever you do, leave the scarecrow where it stands, and never count them." I laughed. There was only one. What was there to count? The morning after our first night, there were two. A second scarecrow stood at the edge of the field, closer to the house than the first, slumped on its cross like something tired. I told myself the old man had put it up, some final prank. But the stitching on its burlap face was fresh, and the clothes it wore were damp, as though it had walked a long way in the dew to get where it stood. My wife wanted to leave that afternoon. I convinced her it was vandals, that I would sit up and watch the field. I did. I watched until 3 in the morning, and I saw nothing move, and my eyes closed for what felt like a heartbeat. When they opened, there were 4 scarecrows, and the nearest stood at the bottom of the garden, and its stitched face was turned, unmistakably, toward the window where I sat. They only move when unobserved. We learned this the hard way, testing it, 2 of us watching in shifts. Held in a human gaze, a scarecrow is only cloth and straw and gray wood. But blink, look away, lose it in the dark for 1 second, and it will be nearer, always nearer, and there will be one more of it than there was. My wife started counting them out loud. The old man's warning came back to me too late. Never count them. Because counting is how they learn you are afraid. By the 5th night the field was full of them, dozens, a silent gray congregation, and they ringed the house so closely we could no longer see the ground between them. We kept every light on. We took turns at every window, staring, holding them still with our exhausted eyes. But there are only 2 of us and there are 4 sides to a house, and a house has more windows than a tired man can watch. My wife looked away from the kitchen window for 1 second, to pour more coffee, to stay awake, to keep watching. 1 second. When she looked back, the nearest scarecrow was pressed against the glass, and its stitched mouth had been resewn into a smile, and its straw hand was raised, and it was tapping, politely, the way a guest taps who knows he has been expected for a very long time. I don't know where she is now. There was a moment of dark, the generator coughing, the lights dying for the length of one breath, and when they flickered back she was gone and there was one more scarecrow in the field than before, slumped on a fresh cross of gray wood, wearing her coat, its burlap face stitched into something that was almost, but not quite, her tired smile. I am the only thing still watching now, and I cannot watch forever. My eyes burn. The field is patient. It has all the nights in the world and I have only the one pair of eyes. So I am writing this while I still can, as a warning to whoever buys this quiet farm next. Leave the scarecrow where it stands. Never take it down. And whatever you feel crawling up your spine some morning when there are suddenly 2, do